Hi. Okay, it is. What day is it? Is it the 16th? I think it is. Let me see, it's Friday. No, it's the 15th. Okay. I was fixing to lose a day. How you guys doing out there? I'm fixing to go try to walk. I'm saying that word too much. I'm getting ready to go walk. Actually, I should hurry up because my hands are cold. Maybe they'll warm up outside. Maybe not. I got my gloves. I think I'm going to put them on. And then I'm going to want to take them off because they're going to electrify my hair. Whenever I wash my hair, it goes a little crazy. Willy Wonka, is that a word? I've used it before. Willy Wonka, that's going to describe my hair today. Like right now, it's itching my nose already. So let's hope that the wind is still out there. Wonder how much snow they got in Colorado. It was snowing some humongous flakes yesterday in Denver. So that's in the vicinity of my place. And Joe said it was snowing, so I bet it's similar flakes. They were huge. You know, snow, you guys know, so there's no sense in pointing all that out. But snow has many different faces. Like, those yesterday, because the Weather Channel, not the Weather Channel, but the app on your phone, will show you what the weather's doing. It even shows shooting stars, okay? We have a lot of those out there. Well, I don't know if we have a lot. I get technical sometimes. But I did see the stars moving. It's weird what you see up in the sky. You ought to look. And in the city, you probably can't see because there's so many lights. But where I stay, it's dark. And so you can see the sky. You can see the stars. Or whatever they are. Because that was sure moving around. I'm not kidding. It was sitting still and then it moved. It was weird. It was not, my eye wasn't doing that, okay? But I don't know where that was, how far away that was or anything. And that was with my naked eye. Probably would have been a trip to have the telescope on that and see that. I don't know how to use one. I've never been able to look through those things good. My eyes must have to close one eye or something. But it'd be cool. Wonder what that place is called. Space Odyssey is what comes to my mind, but there's a place in Portland, Oregon, over by the zoo. I don't know what they call it, but they put on laser light shows and stuff on the inside. It's like a domed building. You sit back in your chair and watch. They played some music and the, I don't know what you call that. I want to come up with the word censor, but the lights dance around to the music, okay? It's really cool. Space Auditorium, I don't know what it is. And I don't know the name of the zoo either, but I'm sure there's just the one. There's one huge one. They might have another one, I don't know. Because I've been gone for a while. I know, I keep clearing my throat. I'm sorry about that. I have some bad habits. Noises that I make. Hopefully I'm talking loud enough because you're way over there, the phone. I need to Need to go outside and hope that the weather is good. I do think of topics offhand, but I just don't write them down. And then, that would be nice to have them written down. Just to stir on the memory so I can talk about it. So there's another siren going by. Sounds like a fire truck to me. Well, today went well. Dad's got a caregiver. I think it's going to come both days. And she's a go-getter. Boy, that's got to be a fire truck. It made a big old honking noise. You guys, I guess if we were outside, you could hear it maybe. Okay, so I will do that. I really need to make a phone call. But I need to make my video. I need to have a walk, and I need to stretch these bones. Them bones. Good, the sun is still out. Hopefully I don't glare it in your face. I can't always tell. Need to have all this stuff loaded up into a truck, or at least just figure out where it's going, put it on the back porch. Because that is a good chair. I found it out on the street. One of them. And the other one looks like it's a good one too. Especially for someone who needs support getting up. These chairs that have arms are important to people like me and my Papa Bear. And a lot of people need a little support getting up out of that chair. I don't like it. The sun is nice. Okay, well, if I walk very much, there's a breeze. So, wonder what you guys are thinking about what I've been reading. I know. Gotta quit that. I need to look at where I'm walking so I don't stumble like I did the other day. I ran right into the sidewalk. That didn't help my situation. So yeah, I like to look up, look up and look out, but you need to be aware of the ground too. And actually, I shouldn't wear my glasses because there are those two visions I talked about. It distorts things. Okay. Well, these things are new for me. Everything that that I've been reading, I might have studied it here and there, but I wasn't aware. I was not aware of the little Book of Mormon in the Book of Mormon. I need to read it all. It's pretty cool. You have to get past some of the stuff, to get to the important stuff. It's kind of like all important, but you have to have the like, I guess when they start a movie or they start a book, they introduce you to the characters, and then they build a story, and you kind of figure it out as it goes. I don't know if that made any sense. Oh, that sun feels good. Right now, anyway. hear something, but I'm not sure what it is. Like a chainsaw off in the distance. It's a weed eater. They're trimming. Trimming the weeds along their sidewalk. Maybe I've been reading too much, huh? I'm talking too much. Smoking a little, but too much. Yeah, pretty soon we'll have green leaves on the trees. We got new flower the other day, just one. Maybe there's more and I haven't seen it yet. I don't know what it's called either. It's pretty though. I want flowers that last a long time. But I think there's an art to the flowers. You figure out what's going to be blooming first, you know. Here they are. I decided to come up here and show you. Let's hopefully, except for my shadow's in the way. Okay, can you see the flower? Pretty? Okay, and then here's one over here. There's a green. The green has started. I'm not sure what that's going to be either, but I bet it's a flower. Hopefully you could see it. I couldn't see what you could see. Okay. Things are weird. Things change. I need to make a phone call and figure out they didn't have the right code, diagnosis code or something, and so it wasn't going to be covered for that PET scan. But they got the code fixed, so now I need to call and see about getting an appointment. And still, I need to get my insurance cards. They went to the place in Colorado. Joseph, are you listening? I know. I need those things. They were supposed to send them here, but they didn't do it. I called back. They told me to call back, okay, because it wasn't going to go out. So I called back, and then the people that I talked to then told me it was sent out. Because when they put in my address, it said it was sent out and what day. But it never showed up. Unless they sent it back out to the same old place. But they had this address. So, I know, I just need to figure out what all my information is. I can get online and get a copy of my card, but I don't know how to do that. So again, it's endeavoring. I need to do it. This is how we do it. It's playing in my head. Our brains are a magnificent thing, you know. We should put them to good use. I need to put mine to better use. And get out of the road. I guess it's good to go up and down. Da 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 da. Yeah. The road is not as my glasses let it be seen. I might have said that backwards. It's an illusion because of my bifocals. I'm getting off the road again because I hear somebody coming. Okay, so I should have a topic to talk about, but I don't. Just walking, trying to at least do that much. So I should be doing a lot of other things. And I should be putting my ointment on me too. I've got it in a bag. I need to get it back out. And I should be rubbing it all over that area. Because I do know that it seeps into your skin and it gets into your bloodstream. And it is good for mobility. I'm telling you from experience, okay? I'm not going to swear my life to it. But it promotes blood flow. I mean, I felt my blood rushing through my body on a big scale because I did overdose. It was not an overdose for getting high or anything. As I was making it, as I was getting it to the state where my ointment is, I was using a cake decorating spatula. So it's a long thing. I know I'm not showing you very good. You know what a cake decorating one, it is long, the spatula part, long and skinny. So I was using that to stir my brew. It's my witch's brew. Okay, that is really good medicine. It's good for so many things, but it does help with mobility. I know that it promotes blood flow. It enhances your senses in the right areas. Yeah, what a crazy experience that was. Yeah, really good stuff. But the key to you people out there who know how to make it, you take the Rick Simpson oil, excuse me, and then you emulsify that with fractionated coconut oil. Important, use the fractionated coconut oil. And use sunflower lecithin. And then I also used, in the way of equipment, just that little thing. It's a magnetic stirrer. And I got a set of beakers. And then I got the magnetic thing that fits in the middle of the beaker that spins around. It stirs up your stuff. And then there's a temperature. So it's like a hot plate. So you can control the temperature. You need to have a thermometer on it too, though, because the liquid can get hotter, or it might be hotter than you think it is. It'll tell. I don't know if it's just telling you what the temperature is on the plate, you know. Maybe not exactly what's inside the beaker. But anyway, that helps you to blend the two. Because what you're doing is taking this thick oil, Rick Simpson oil, black tar. You're taking this thick oil and you want to get it down to a thinner consistency. And not just thinner, but in the cellular It has to do with breaking it down to making it possible to, it'll be water soluble. And I wondered what they meant by that when I was researching, you know. And I'm going, I wonder what they mean. Water soluble. Okay. Now, when you use the sunflower lecithin and the fractionated coconut oil and the Rick Simpson oil, and you blend it all together, mind you, this is edible. So what's my point? Oh, you can rub it on your skin and it will go in. I mean, I take just a little bit, my ointment, put it in a lotion because, okay, so what I just told you was the first process of my stuff, okay? The first process, if you already have the Rick Simpson oil, the fractionated coconut oil stays liquid. And there's something about the fat chains. One of them's removed. So it was refined. Otherwise, my stuff is unrefined, raw, unrefined. Good stuff, Maynard. Anyways, my first process is that, and I call that liquid gold. When you got that put together, and then you take that, and you can put it in your face cream, your body cream, your all kinds of things. But the ointment, the salve, some people call it a salve, it's coconut oil, okay? And it's organic, raw, unrefined. My solid stuff is. And really what I did was I made it with that concoction. All right, so my first process is what I just told you about. And then I would take that, excuse me, and mix it with this other coconut oil in a rice cooker or something. You can control the temperature with that too. I think it's called a rice cooker. I think it's still there. I have a video on here. It's only 58 seconds long, so it's probably a short of when I was making the Rick Simpson oil, okay? We're down to the stage where we're getting the alcohol off of it, out of it. So what's left behind is your Rick Simpson oil. So anyway, that's what that video is. It's got that rice cooker I was talking about. And then I was just stirring this black liquid and showing you guys and talking. But it was real quick. So, you might go back through them and check and see. And I'm not sure how long ago that was. It was a while back. I started this thing in July. I believe July 16th. Yeah, the shoes are good. Shoes are helping, I think. And no, I don't think I need my gloves on. But they're there, you know. Okay. I just don't want to shut it off, but I'm not sure what I should be saying. Let you guys talk for a minute, okay? What you guys doing? How you guys doing? Is life treating you kind? Let's see. A song just came to my mind. Let's see if I can put it together. Have I done any good in the world today? Have I helped somebody in need? Doing good is a pleasure, a joy beyond measure. And I don't know what those other words are. Da, da, da. Da, da, da. Doing good is a pleasure, a joy beyond measure. Da, da, da. Da, da, da. Da, da. I don't know what the words are. Oh. Well, either those are new leaves growing or they're still there from last year. Because it is time that leaves are growing. But it looks like residue from last year. But that tree is going to be pretty when it gets all its leaves. Yeah. So I'll just walk down here one more time, maybe. My walks have been short, but it is at 26 minutes. I don't know how close that school is. I have to figure out. Because I can always hear the kids over there. They're having fun. Playing ball or something. Okay, I'll just use the sidewalk for this minute. Do, 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 do. Da, da, da. Da, da, da. Oh, yeah, I think my back is saying, let's go back. We did some good cleaning today. The vacuum cleaner was so stuffed up stuffed with dog hair everywhere. It was nasty. She took it apart. She knew what she was doing. So she took it apart and cleaned it. Stuck it in the bathtub and ran water through it. But there was just lots and lots and lots of dog hair. So yeah. It's nice not to be, shouldn't be breathing in all the dirt. That's all. There was a lot of dirt because the dogs went in and out. They had fun. But you don't realize it, you know. Things will be better. Squeaky door. Okay. Oh, my back. I complain a lot. I'm sorry, guys. I feel like I got a hair in my eye. Okay, I'll put you over here. Let's see. We made it 29 minutes. Part was leaving and part was coming, so. Yeah, I've just found that I am a baby. I don't like to have cold extremities. What are those things called? You know what I mean? Your fingers and toes, and your nose and your ears. I want to be comfortable. So, I overdressed with the gloves. Probably would have been better if I didn't have them on. It is a trip, guys. I'm growing eyelashes. I don't think I've had eyelashes in years, but I hadn't paid attention. Excuse me. But I am using that biotin, and it's making a difference. I think I'm pretty sure my nails are growing faster and they're stronger. I hope my hair will do as well. I know it's been growing longer. I want it to thicken up. And also, I never got that out there. That girl that I met at Walmart that worked with the rings, she helped me get my size. So what was it? I lost it again. There's something in that conversation I wanted to share, but I can't remember what it is. I can remember parts of it. I think I'll leave my glasses off unless I read. So, it's been pretty interesting, that stuff that I've read. Pretty right on point with some of the things I've just been talking about, you know. It's nice to have the scripture that corroborates. Is that the right word? Just like the Book of Mormon helps to corroborate the Bible. It helps to bring things to light that's in the Bible that are confusing. And no, I do not have an example for you, but it is true. Just like what I read, the inspired version, Joseph Smith / Matthew, chapter 23, verse 39, and chapter 24. That's what I read. I'm pretty sure. Because I would feel weird starting at the end of one chapter. I don't want to do the whole thing. So I don't know what I read that out of. Dog stars playing in my brain. Rest a while. Sleep, rest a while. I don't know how old it is, but it's playing in my head. I need to go over all their stuff because I just heard about them this last summer. And I really do like their music. I must say it's time for some good music. Don't anybody take offense, okay? Don't take offense, but the type, okay? I like it. I don't know how to explain it. But it's not harsh. It's not overly fast. I don't like headbanging music necessarily, guys. I want music that has meaning, that has happiness in it, and it makes you feel good. So it makes you feel good, it makes you want to dance, you know, and it's not harsh. Don't take that wrong. I do have a problem with my voice. I have to give up my favoriteest thing in the world. That's probably not a good way to put it. You know, really it is true that marijuana was my friend. Really. I like the place where it takes me. You just need to make sure you have time to do that, guys, okay? I don't do it all day long. There was a time when I did, because I liked it. And if I could and had the time to do it, I did. And there comes a time in your life, and that's just what you're doing, you know. So you need to control that. Enjoy it, but sparingly. Treat it right. Then you'll get good buzzes. It won't take a whole lot to get you a buzz, but you overdo, and then pretty soon you find out that you can't get high. Because I did that. I smoked and smoked and smoked and couldn't get high. So that's no fun. My hair's kind of weirded out, I think. It feels like it anyway. So, good stuff in the good book. And you find out there's more than one good book. The Book of Mormon is killer. And there's a lot of killing going on in that book. And robbing, murder and plunder and sacrifice. The Book of Mormon is this, like I said, it's a jacket, and you've got all these books inside of it. Okay. And then in the back of this book is this little book, 9 chapters long, called Mormon. So the guy that this book is named for, the Book of Mormon, is the guy who wrote Mormon. Okay? But there's all these other books in there. There's 15 books. I counted them, so I would know. Because there's not a lot, but there's 15. I haven't read 4th Nephi. Maybe that's what I should read. 4th Nephi is only 1 chapter long, so I could say I read that. And I figured when I come across that book called Mormon, and it was only 9 chapters, I figured, oh, easy peasy. Ha ha ha. It was hard. It was hard to read. Meaning, what was going on in the book, what he was recording, was hard to take. Because there was a lot of really bad stuff going on. And then he said that he did not share all, because he didn't want to harrow us up and make us feel sorrow. I mean, too much sorrow. So he said he didn't even tell all that was going on. He just told some. And before I got done, I cried. It was bad. And those people did that here on this continent. Here in this country. Bloodshed. Horrible, 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 savage bloodshed. And this is in the end of the record of the Book of Mormon, okay? But Ether goes back even further, a lot further than that. I'm pretty sure. I need to find out what year Ether is. It should say. It should say. I can't see without my glasses, but Ether is from the time of the Tower of Babel. Those people are in Ether. Because everybody got their language confounded. And Jared and the brother of Jared prayed to the Lord to please let them be able to communicate with each other. And anyway, it kind of spun out of just the two of them to their family and friends, and then their family and friends. I'm not talking very well. Family and friends. Anyway, as you go on down the list, it's just you have one leader, Jared, and the people that came into that group were called the Jaredites. And they were granted the ability to communicate with each other, this tribe that they formed. And I don't even know if it's called a tribe. I'm telling you, it's a tribe. Anyway, these people left where they were and went to in the wilderness, and then to the big waters, and then crossed the waters. They had to build ships, just like the Nephites had to build ships. And that war I was telling you about just now, okay, in that book called Mormon. It's 9 chapters long. And I've told about this before, so I wonder if I should not tell about it, but chances are you won't see the other one. Mormon, the guy that this book is named for, Book of Mormon, he was a lot of different things, okay? But he also was an historian who abridged records, made records smaller, put them together so that we could have them without having everything, because there's too much, okay? So he pulled the important things out of these records, and that was a lot of different things, because I believe Isaiah's words are in 2nd Nephi. There's a whole big old long story that goes with this stuff, but it's so important. This Book of Mormon, okay, I was starting to tell you about Mormon. When he was 10 years old, he was approached by this guy that was a man of God. And he told this kid, which was named Mormon, okay, when he was 10, he says, "I perceive that you are a sober child." And he must have known more about him than that, because he was a great man, probably a prophet. Mormon is Moroni's father. And if you know who Moroni is the man who wrote in the Book of Mormon last. Mormon is his father, okay? Mormon handed the records down to Moroni, and they were fighting these horrible battles. And the end of the story is the Lamanites annihilated the Nephites. And that is the record. See, I just concised it down to, because I tend to make long stories. It was terrible. Okay, so the guy told Mormon when he was 10 years old to not preach to these people. You can see into the future type of thing. Just do not waste your time, and not only that, you might be killed over it. So you don't, just leave it be. Don't preach to them. It'll fall on deaf ears and you could lose your life over it type of deal. But he said, observe what's going on. And when you're 24 years old, go to this place. He told him where this place was, and that there's records in this place. And he told him to get into that box where the records were and pull out certain ones, and then continue writing on it, his record. Which was, he ends up being the last living Nephite. And he wrote some in there, and he put some sacred things in there. So I think I was reading ordinances in part of Moroni. It's really kind of interesting. Now, I don't like to cry. I don't like to feel those things that are horrible. But these things in the Book of Mormon really happened. And it happened here. And it can happen again. We need to pay attention. You need to study the Book of Mormon for more reasons than one. living in the last days. That's where we are. I don't know how to get my word across, but there's just so much to it, so much more than a person could even imagine. The importance of taking those records, because when they left Jerusalem, okay, the people in this Book of Mormon started over in Jerusalem, and they left when it was 600 years before Christ. They were told to leave because Lehi was out telling everybody to repent. Telling everybody to repent, and of course they just wanted to kill him. They didn't want to hear it anymore. So he was told, I'm sure it was an angel that told him, but he was told to leave because his life was in danger. They're going to take his life away. So I'm just beginning. I shouldn't, that's such a big old pot of stew. I was going to say can of worms. You start down one path and there's so much to it. It's really wonderful. I should just go back into the beginning. What I did was I thought, oh, this Book of Mormon, it's only 9 chapters long. Well, I can say I read the Book of Mormon. No, I did read it, but it wasn't easy. And I did cry. I found myself, I cried. So, he didn't want us to harrow. He didn't want our souls or whatever to be harrowed up in what happened, the evilness of these people, what they did. So he didn't even tell us everything that was done, is what he said, because he didn't want to harrow us up. We'd have to look the meaning of that up, but I'm sure it's great sorrow. Something that makes you cry, you're feeling it, you know. I just can't believe that people can be like that, but I guess they can. Look at what they're doing in this world today. Horrible things. Like I said earlier, you know, this internet is a double-edged sword. I never understood what double-edged sword meant. It's good and it's bad. This internet is a marvelous thing, but it can be the opposite of. That's what we're saying, I guess. Okay. I've let out some bombshells here in the last little bit. You know, Easter's coming up. General Conference is coming up. It's going to be special. I'm sure it's going to be special. And this is, like I said, April 6th. April 6th is Jesus Christ's birthday. That was found out by way of revelation. But I can't remember. It's not that I can't remember. I don't really know all the details. But I know that April 6th is his birthday. He died either on his birthday or real close to it after he turned. But I swore I found that he died. He died the morning of his 34th birthday is the way I had it figured. But then I read something else that told me maybe it was a little bit longer than that. I just remember being so impressed that that's when it was. Sorry about my eyes. He lived to complete 33 years. His mission was 3 years long, but he was planning for it his whole life. When I say planning, okay, that wasn't the right word. Training. And not just training. He wasn't just training because he had it with him. I mean, at 12 years old, they found him teaching in the synagogue to all the, I think that's what they called it, a synagogue. Teaching to all the other rabbis since he was 12. He was about his father's business, is what he said. Mary asked him, "Didn't you know that your father and I were worried?" And he said, "Why? Didn't you know I would be with my father?" And she says, and she was talking about Joseph, like, "No, you weren't." He was with his father, doing his father's bidding. He was taking care of business. And out of the mouth of babes. But no, he knew who he was. Pretty cool. Be nice to know who you were. My hair's all fly away. It's weird how it changes. It goes through stages. When I first wash it, it's all fly away. I think that was yesterday that I did that, last night. So, never know what your hairstyle should look like, okay? What would it look like if it was short? I don't want to find out. Didn't look bad when I was younger. Mother made me have short hair. And then she created a monster who always had to have long hair. Not a monster, it's just that there did come a time when I couldn't brush my hair. And that wasn't too cool. So, just saying, I did tell you guys, like, I started falling apart when I hit 63. And I'm 69 now. I'm doing a lot better, really. A lot better than I was back then. And I don't know what to attribute the problem with. Is maybe an unhappy life might have had something to do with it too. I mean, there's something to think about. You'd be happy. Okay, there was a little moth right there, kind of fluttering around. I mean, a miniature little teeny tiny, like a butterfly thingy. Where'd you go? That was a trip. The little winged creatures, the wings, like I was talking about. I need wings so I can fly around. I just need to get in there and go through my stuff and get it sized down. Then we need to do the same thing here. And I need to tell somebody to come get these egg crates. They're really nice boxes, though. I mean, they would have been good for my Avon. Because you want to... The boxes that the Avon comes in are like a file size box. They're bigger. These boxes have finger holes for you. Because they're for eggs, for 5 dozen eggs. But I could have carried around a lot of Avon in there. Plus also stacked it away without it taking so much room. The bigger boxes take up a lot of space and you might not need that much space. No. I sold Avon. I ended up being their best customer. That's what they count on. I mean, I did sell and I probably made, but then I spent it right back into it. So I didn't really see a profit. You can do good with Avon if you don't fall to that trap. Don't be buying it. Unless you've got some kind of an avenue for selling it. They try to tell you when you're an Avon representative that you can't go online and sell your stuff. Well, that really chops your head off, because man, you can do that. And then they've got the outlet book, so as long as you're buying it from them, why do they care how you go about selling it? Maybe it interferes with their plan, I don't know. But that's why I didn't go online selling it. Plus, I think online was just a thing in the beginning. It was a long time ago that I sold Avon. I don't have any idea when it was. We sold the propane company in '98. And it was like it was a little while after that. So maybe I'll just say the year 2000, I don't know. But I sold Avon for 7 years. I earned awards, but I still basically was my own best customer and worst customer, because I shouldn't have did that. You know, because they have these deals where a new cologne comes out, and then they say, okay, sell so many and get one free, sell so many and get one free, and so on. And then you sell this many and you get so much free, plus this, plus that, plus this. You know, so they make it enticing for you to, they give you a really good deal. I think you might get 50% off because you're buying so much at the same time. You know, when you do, your amount that you get off is predicated upon how much you sell. Yes. Just like our blessings are predicated upon our faith sometimes. And I know I don't look good, so I gotta quit that. How many minutes are we at? We're at 57:27. So maybe I should try to quit at an hour. Yeah, I feel low key right now. Things are hard. You gotta figure out things. Dealing with our wants and our desires and our abilities, and having so much I need to do, but feeling trapped where I can't go do it. And even if I get there to do it, will it get done? Trying to decide, is it worth doing? I need to do it though. I need to go take care of business. I need to go to my little house in Downs. If I was, I don't know, that wasn't right. I was going to say if I was smart, but I don't know if that was the truth. But I could go there and make that place look a lot better. Put cupboards in the kitchen, paint outside, probably paint inside. I left the house full of, I had bookcases, thin bookcases, but I had bookcases all along the walls because this is a little house and I had a lot of stuff. Anyway, so I left those bookcases there. And I also, my book that I've been talking about, the papers that I put on here, I made photocopies of those, and there's stacks of photocopies of my papers in that house too. In little, I don't know what they're called. Those little storage units that are like boxes that you can get, and then you can also get the box to slide in and out of it. Get them at Walmart or where you can get them at a lot of different places. But they're like white wood, and they're like a tic-tac-toe thing, you know, so it's, you can put shoes in it, you can put books in it, you can do all kinds of things in it. And why am I even talking about it? I have lost that now. Oh, I have some of those, and those are the ones that's got my papers in it. When we left, I don't remember that we really took a lot with us, but except for the dogs. We finally could leave Downs, Kansas. It had been a hard year, but we finally could leave. So we had 2 dog trailers, and we loaded up our dog trailers. And I don't really know how much stuff we took with us, really. And I haven't been back to that house. Most of our stuff was in storage units because whatever hadn't been hauled to the place in Colorado was in storage units. Because I had 2. I had 2 50-foot storage units in Perryton. Not Perryton, in Downs. No, Perryton's a good place. Downs is a good place for the right people. We just got in trouble there. And so it cost me a lot to be in that place. But I have a little house there. And I should go fix it up and either live in it or, live in it till I sell it. Because most people want to be able to just walk in and live. They don't want to have to go fix it up. I'm willing to sell it as it is. Like, that's what I've got to do, is figure out the ad that I need to place and where do I need to place it. I think Salina and Hayes. About an hour and a half away, I think, each one of them. I can't remember. Maybe Salina's only an hour away. I can't remember. It's been a while. It's been over 10 years since I've been back there. I need to go back, take care of business. Bless somebody else's life is what I should do. So I'm at an hour. In fact, I'm over an hour. So I guess I should stop. Not that that stopped me before, huh? Okay, I do. I should go in the house and try to figure out something to eat. That seems to be what I need to do all the time, isn't it? When your head's in a lot of different places, it's hard to think about eating. So I haven't been real good about doing that the last little while. And I don't know, we don't have a scale here, so I don't know my weight. But I know I've lost. I think I can get into a 12. So size is relative. Some of you people out there are little teeny things and some are big things. And, I was in a 16. 16's fallen off my butt. 14 is basically too big too. So, but I don't have 12s. And then my same old thing, when you're older and you've got the belly. I've got the belly problem. So it's not normal. It's either you look for the, 12 is not a plus size. You just need a woman's 12, I guess. That's where the woman comes in. Round curves. So for my legs are skinny. That's what I'm seeing. See, I've got to get busy. I need to work. I need to eat right. I need to sleep right. I need to be with my fella. So I'm not sure what's happening here. Pretty soon I've got to go to Colorado. I think that's what's going to happen. So I've got to do that. I've got a desk out here. It's just, it's always cold out here. I need to write my ads up. And I do have them started. I have the list made. I wonder if it'd do any good to put it on here. Because I'm probably inconveniently located to most of you people. My stuff is in Northeast Colorado. I am from the center of Denver. I think it's about 2 hours to my place. But Garmin can take you a lot better way. Sometimes you can save a lot. Amazing. Because we were able to get home from a roundabout way. Me and Carly, something happened to our flight. Kept getting postponed and stuff, so we came in really late, and it made it to where she couldn't get a ride, or it was in the middle of the night and he was sleeping and had to go to work or something, I don't know. But nevertheless, we took her home, and then it was pretty fast leaving her place. So it was good to follow Garmin that time, or the GPS, however you want to say it. Saved us. It took us in the middle of nowhere, though, so you want to have a good car. You don't want to break down. But still, it was kind of nice. So, I know, I gotta go. I do, I need to go. What are you guys gonna eat for dinner? It is dinner time here. I'm not sure what time it is. What time is it? Okay, it's 3:54. It's not quite dinner time, but it's good to eat early if you can. Then go out and be active. Burn off some energy. Burn off some whatever. What would you burn off? Do you burn off carbs? Do you burn off fat? That's more than my head can handle. Okay. All right. So you guys take care. Have a great one. I know, I'm a weirdo. I'll read you in another one. I don't think I read in this one, right? I looked kind of, sort of, and I talked kind of, sort of. But I will find something that I need to read. Because the Pearl of Great Price isn't that big of a book. And I should probably really finish Moses. I could do Moses. Abraham is going to be weird. Different. So we'll discuss that another time. But they were going to kill Abraham. There's a drawing in the book of the table that he was going to be on. So he was going to be diced up. That sounds terrible, don't it? I don't know what they did. That was terrible. I shouldn't have said that. But it was like that. I mean, it seems to me. So I guess I'll have to read about that. I don't want to. I was talking about, I don't remember what I was talking about, but it was ether's pretty good. At one point I was telling you about Mormon. That's what it was. So, Mormon was a captain of armies. They had him lead their armies at age 16 because he was large in stature, is what it said. He hated it, but you have to fight for our liberty. When someone's coming to kill you, you have to fight back. And these people were just horrid. Both sides were bloodthirsty. And he records what he observed, like he was told to do. But anyway, before all's said and done, that little book called Mormon, thousands and thousands and thousands of people were slain, like even in one day, okay? 10,000, I'm not sure how. It seemed like they would have a leader over so many, okay? Or maybe it was a tribe. Because damn, that's a lot of people. 10,000 and 10,000 and 10,000 and 10,000. So many of them. Can't even imagine. So, those of you who are into war might want to go read that. Put it in the search bar, Mormon, and then put 1. And then put read by Lou. Okay, so Mormon space 1 space, read by Lou. On Lou's touch. All of that. Anyway, and I use the numbers, and there's 9 chapters. So Mormon 1, Mormon 2, Mormon 3. And always read by Lou. On Lou's touch. So you can look in the search bar anywhere you are and do that, and I should pop up if you want me to read it to you. Otherwise, you can get the app. There's an app called Gospel Library, and it's free, and you got all the scriptures, all of them. The Old Testament, the New Testament, the Book of Mormon, the Pearl of Great Price, Doctrine and Covenants, and I think maybe even some study guides, I'm not sure. Good stuff. It's really good stuff, and it's free. And so what I was saying is, you don't have to have me read it to you. You can read it for yourself. Or the app will read it to you also, okay? You click on which book you want to look at, and then it pops up with all the chapters in there, and then you can just touch a chapter, and then it'll, in the very beginning of the chapter, down at the bottom, you'll see the blue headphones, or a blue circle that's got headphones in it. You just touch that, and it'll start reading it to you. And then if you have headphones in, then it'll go to your headphones. Otherwise, it'll speak, normal. I don't say my right words very well, but you know what I meant. It'll read it to you out loud. Dad enjoyed that. So he didn't know how to turn it off that first time. So since then, I've told him how to do that. Just touch those 2 bars. Touch those 2 bars, and it'll shut up. And then when it's an arrow, touch the arrow to play. Important little tidbits, important little things. But he likes that. I think you guys would too. So you don't got to wait for me to read. When I laid off of Ether, I think I read Ether 10. I did. So now I just have 5 more, because there's 15 chapters in Ether. So I'm 2/3 of the way through. And it's interesting, so I'll have to do that. I'll have to endeavor to do that. So I'll finish reading Ether. And then I'll also do Moses. I think I've only done 1 chapter in Moses, but I could have done more. So happy trails. You guys find something good to eat, okay? I do have boiled eggs in there. I just have to figure it out. And actually, we got fish. Sounds good to me. Fish and shrimp. I'll go talk to Dad about that. You guys take care, okay? See you soon.